I think one of the most common questions I have around energy medicine is, what is energy medicine? And I think the simplest definition of energy medicine is that it is the study of the medicine of the spirit. And the medicine of the spirit is sound and light. And so what we do in the integrated energy medicine program here at the Foundation of the Sacred Stream is we learn how to work with light, and we learn how to work with sound to create change on an emotional, mental, physical, and of course, spiritual level. So we call it integrated energy medicine, the program that we're teaching here, because we're bringing together different modalities of energy medicine from many different medical models that exist around the world. And often Westerners are really surprised. They like, what? There are other people that are thinking about energy medicine. I never heard about energy and medicine in the same word. But there are many cultures that understand that working with sound and light is crucial to understanding how to work with physical, mental, and emotional problems. And so some of the cultures' forms of healing that we work with in the integrated energy medicine program are the Vedic culture's form of medicine, primarily in India. These were developed. Then we also work with forms of energy medicine developed in a type of spiritual practice called Huna, which is a form of spirituality that is found in Hawaii, but I personally believe that it was developed elsewhere and brought to Hawaii and became part of the Hawaiian culture there. And Huna has a very important way of articulating experience in non-ordinary reality, and I will go into that in just a moment. And then we also work with Tibetan medicine forms of understanding about energy. These are just three of the main cultures that we draw from in the integrated energy medicine program. And I'd like to just talk a little bit about how each one contributes to our understanding of the subtle energies that are addressed and can be directed and moved in the process of working with sound and light to increase health on a physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual level. So in the Vedic system, you have this concept of the chakras, and this is probably one of the better known energy systems to Westerners from the East. And chakras are a set of energy centers that are located approximately in accordance with each of the endocrine glands. So you have, there are more than 7 chakras, but the main set of chakras that are studied in the class, in integrated energy medicine, are the 7 chakras relating to the crown chakra, the 6th chakra, the 5th chakra, the 4th chakra, the 3rd, 2nd, and 1st, so on in the physical body. And these energy centers mediate the experience of the unseen, translated into the seen. So they pick up, a person through a chakra will pick up experience on an energetic level, and it will be translated into the physical through the experience of energy moving through the chakra into the endocrine gland, and the endocrine gland producing hormones and other substances that will affect stasis on a physical level. And the chakras do the opposite. They will pick up experience on the physical level, and they will bring it through into an energetic experience as well. So this is a process that we study in integrated energy medicine. And then we also look at something called the 3 kayas from Tibetan energy medicine, and the 3 kayas are a description of the 3 subtle bodies that support the physical body. And you find this in many different forms of energy medicine, where there's this concept of a subtle body that is penetrating the physical body, but moves out beyond the confines of the physical body and affects experience of the physical body, and the physical body affects experience of the subtle body. And in Tibetan medicine, we have this, again, this concept of the three kayas. These are 3 levels of subtlety, 3 different levels of experience that are described as bodies. So you have the form body, which is the body that we are in, meeting each other here. Then there's the enjoyment body, which is a subtle body which penetrates the physical body and contains many aspects of experience that form our physical body. And then you have the truth body, which is an even subtler form of energetic experience that connects the person in an unbroken way to the experience of the universal flow. And so one of the things that we do in the integrated energy medicine class is we track the way in which experience moves from that very subtle place of the experience of the universal flow through the truth body into the enjoyment body and into the form body. And we also track experience moving from the form body into the enjoyment body and into the truth body. So this is a way of truly expanding our sense of self. And when you begin to look at yourself in the context of these subtle bodies being included in how you understand yourself, a great deal of insight and understanding can emerge. Then I mentioned Huna, and within Huna, there's a very helpful way of understanding phenomenon on a non-physical level. And this way of understanding phenomenon on a non-physical level also helps you understand how things are manifesting on a physical level. And 2 concepts that we really go into in the integrated energy medicine class that are drawn from Huna are Aka and Mana. And Aka is a Hawaiian word which is translated as etheric mind stuff. And Mana is a Hawaiian word which is translated as power. So the etheric mind stuff, or the Aka, creates a kind of architecture through which the Mana, or the power, flows. And you can think about Aka and Mana structures in non-ordinary reality the way you might think about the plumbing in a house. It's always there, but you don't see it. And when you do see it, it's because you have actually interacted with it, turned on a faucet, and then you're aware of the Mana, or the water that's in the pipe, and you're also aware of the presence of the pipe. So one of the things that we do in integrated energy medicine is we learn how to work with these structures in non-ordinary reality and how to work with them in such a way as to create healing. So one of the other ways that we work with healing in integrated energy medicine is learning how to channel light. And we work with light that is held in color, light that is held in geometric forms, or symbols. And I teach you several different ways of channeling. And people will often say, I can't channel. I wasn't, other people channel, I don't channel. That's that just seems impossible. And I always say, no, everyone can channel. It's simply a matter, again, of developing a method and a focus and a discipline in a particular direction so that you can begin to feel your experience as you are bringing light through your own energy system and focusing it into the energy system of someone else. And of course, in all the processes of channeling that we do at the Foundation of the Sacred Stream, we're very careful to make sure that your personal energy system is groomed in such a way so that your personal energy never comes into contact with someone else's personal energy. So the exchanges of energy are exchanges of universal energy. And this is one of the reasons why the healing is so deep, because people don't get exhausted as practitioners, and people don't feel invaded or overwhelmed by someone else's personal energy as a patient. So I teach you lots of methods of working with energy in an effective way and working with universal power in such a way as to create benefit for people on a personal level, for yourself and for others.